Jordan freaking Binnington. Mazz, your thoughts?
Well, it's hard to not turn the clock back. He stole the game. It was ridiculous. And again, Matthews in front. He didn't elevate the puck. McDavid gets that puck in that spot, or Crosby for that matter. Those guys elevate the puck and they get it over his pad. So that was the first of the 3 saves that we played there. The 2-save sequence that ended with the stop on Tkachuk where he was diving forward and picked it out of the air was insane, ridiculous. And look, I concede on on Binnington. I said the weak link was the goalie, but at a key moment, obviously the key moment, I concede. He's got balls. He's a good guy in a big game. I take it back. I thought the guy was a complete hack. You put him in a big moment, and he rises to the occasion. Those were as big as it gets in terms of goalie saves. Huge.
He is a complete hack. It's just that he turns into some kind of monster in moments like this. It's like Eli Manning in goalie pads. And again, so I'm at the other end of the ice, so I hear the oohs and ahs, and I'm like, oh, these sound like big saves. But when they replayed them, again, I cackled. I'm like, I know how this is going to end. And sure enough, oh God, he's just. Oh man! And I had no idea McDonough had that call, because again, I'm in the building last night. It's 2019 all over again. Oh, just put the stake right through my heart. I'm glad I didn't hear that in real time.
How about Hellebuyck?
So I would say overall, I didn't have a huge problem with Hellebuyck.
Me either.
I mean, now again, I don't think he
second goal.
Oh, the second goal bugged me a little bit. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. The
Short
second
side.
Yeah, and you know what? When they showed the replay of it, there was more room there than I thought. Now, look, he got beat over the shoulder. But if you look at it, there was also room inside the post. So, he didn't have the net covered there like he should have. That's the only one. The McKinnon one was screened. He couldn't even see it. And when they showed the replay from the blue line, I don't know how the puck got through there. It's amazing. And then the McDavid one. Look, you're talking about the best player in the world, wide open, like picking a corner, almost basically bringing it off the post. But the second goal, that was a big one too, because game's 2-1 at that point. If you can get to, hold on to that and take it into the third period with a lead. But that to me is the only one I look at and say I put some of that on him.
I'm glad I saw the replay of all of them, but that first one in real time, I'm like, soft. That felt soft, and he was screened, so I don't know how much you could do there. And there was other times he was getting peppered, and he's on his ass. And there was one ridiculous leg save he made at one point. I thought overall he was good. I don't put the loss on him.
Thoughts on Austin Matthews, Mazz?
Gagger. He's a gagger. He is. He's just not a finisher. He's not. And you look at his numbers in the Stanley Cup playoffs, it's the same kind of crap. He's just not as good a player. And last year, Mike, if you remember last year during the playoffs, they were pumping up that whole 200-foot thing with Austin Matthews. All of a sudden, he's turned into Patrice Bergeron.
Get out of there.
He's not. He's not that kind of guy. And then beyond that, when your best player, your captain, think of the poetic symmetry there. Your captain and best guy has a chance to end the game and doesn't. Their guy doesn't miss. No, it just was as pure as it gets with McDavid. And I will say that even, as I think we can all agree we're all NHL fans. The golden goal from the golden goal to Crosby to McDavid winning in overtime, there is a symmetry there that's impossible to ignore, and it was a cool moment. It's the next great player in Canada. Not that he didn't pass him a couple of years ago or whatever he did, but that was poetic for sure.
Best U.S. player. So
I would lean towards Brett Hull. I asked some hockey.
No. Last night in this tournament.
The best. The defenseman, Slavin. Slavin was awesome. Awesome. And he's not an offensive defenseman, which is the best part of the whole thing. He was great. He almost never makes mistakes. Phenomenal. Give me that guy any day of the week. How can you not love him? What a player. How'd you like that block? Where he went down on his belly?
He was doing it all tournament.
Oh, he was awesome.
Tremendous. So I also wrote down, I started, as the game went on last night, I just started to jot down guys that I just don't like. And if the U.S. is going to close this gap and go over the top, these guys have got to get better or the F off the ice. And some of them are young, so they have time to be better. But and Kevin wrote, Kevin Majori there, our hockey guy, producing today, sent over the first email, and he had two of them. I'll try and find out exactly what Kevin wrote here when his very first email, because I'm like, oh, beautiful job, Kevin. He says, to me, the Tkachuk brothers and Charlie McAvoy were the heart and soul of this team. They brought the physicality and weren't scared of the all-star power of the Canadians. If all three are healthy in Milan and Brady as well, they'll compete. Jack Hughes and Adam Fox are useless, he writes. And when I had my list here, I started to compile the list of useless Americans. You'll see he might scratch. It's like I'm doing a Patriot game with these notes. Jack Hughes was number 1. Adam Fox was number 2. And this Boldy kid is number 3. He's out there a ton. So, Kevin, he's a BC kid, right?
Yes, he is.
Who does he play for?
Plays for the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, the kid is so soft. How old is he?
I got to look. He's young 20s. It's like his 3rd or 4th year in the league.
Okay, so same with Jack Hughes, right? And while Jack Hughes is a little older, and Jack Hughes has put up some numbers, I just look at guys like that. Hughes, Baldy. I don't know what happened to Adam Fox. Adam Fox won the Vezina a couple of years ago, gets Vezina votes every year. He's like a perennial finalist. I don't know why he sucks so bad in this thing, but he did, man. But the U.S. has some of these guys, these kids, and Jack Hughes is supposed to be a star. First overall pick in all of this, and he feels Pasternak-y to me. Like, dangerous off the rush. I see the speed. I see the skill. But are you going to stick your nose in there ever? Can you hang on to the puck? Like, because in these games, these are big boy games. And the name of the game is taking the hit, is being strong on the puck. And I look guys that like Boldy or Jack Hughes are so weak on the puck, it's hard for me to watch. Where there's other Americans who they may not have the best skill level, but they're sturdier and they know the contact they're going to take. They know the stick work's coming, and I have to be strong on the puck. And the U.S. has too many kids that are weak ass on the puck, weak, and it's even on defense. So not just Adam Fox, Noah Hannafin, who's good going forward, but that last goal was preventable. Noah Hannafin and Adam Fox are the defensemen, which, again, Mike Sullivan would never have out there in a defensive zone start against Connor McDavid, but because idiot Nelson iced the puck, now they're stuck out there. But anyway, after Matthews gets bullied on the faceoff, the Makar, because he's smart, doesn't shoot it on net. He whips it around the boards where Marner's waiting on the other corner. Noah Hannafin had a chance. He's sitting at the side of the goal. Noah Hannafin had a chance to just sort of easily take a stride and stop that puck behind the net and just sort of stop the Canadian possession. And he would have had to battle for the thing back there, but maybe that's why he didn't do it. But instead, he just let it go. He just let it rim all the way around to Marner in the corner. And then both Matthews, because he has no clue what he's doing in his own end. Stop trying to tell me what a defensive zone player he is. Matthews, who's supposed to stay on McDavid, goes into the corner. Adam Fox, of course, goes to the corner as well, useless. And that leaves the best player on the planet with no one within 10 feet of him in the slot in overtime of a gold medal game. Like, that's a gag. And it kind of bothers me that no one really breaks that down and calls the U.S. players out for how they screwed that up. Because they screwed that up. And half of that American roster kind of bothers me. Half of it's tough as nails, and I love. The other half is Baldy, Jack Hughes, grow a pair, or get them off the ice, because they're not. Don't people get these games are not going to be 6-5. You know, they're not going to be tiptoeing around out there and blowing people away off the rush. These games are grinds, and you need guys who are strong and tough and smart and that thing. And some of those U.S. players are anything but. They frankly bug the crap out of me.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.